Rochelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with you all today. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about my crochet plans for the fall. And then after that, we'll talk about some new yarn that I have gotten. So yay. Okay, so let's first of all talk about what I am wearing. I'm so excited to show this off to you all. But this is the Dream Spice Shawl, and it is by Tanya Eberhardt. Hope I got that right, but y'all know how I am. So I actually made an entire video talking about this shawl, and I will link it in the description box below. But it is fantastic. I love it. And I dyed this yarn, so it's my hand dyed yarn, so I'm really excited about that. I don't have this colorway anymore, but it was definitely one that I was happy to keep for myself. Okay, so first project we're going to talk about is the Syrah Swancho by Creations by Courtney. Now y'all, this is a paid pattern, and the required yarn is a sport weight yarn, which is super fun. And the bust circumference for this Swancho, I love that name, Swancho. And when I think Swancho, I think it's like a mix between a sweater and a poncho. So it's going to be really nice and drapey. Now, the bust circumference is between 28 to 62 inches, and that is 71 to 157.5 centimeters. And I just love that lace front panel detail, and those sleeves are wonderful. You all know I love big sleeves, and I think that this is going to be a really, really interesting sleeve construction. So I'm very excited about that. And I know it has like that lacy front, but just, you know, for the cold weather, I think it would be really nice to wear a nice dress underneath it, or a t-shirt or something like that. Yeah, I think the possibilities are endless in the ways that you can style this, and you can wear different colored shirts underneath it and change it up. So I think it's going to be fantastic. Now, the yarn that I want to use for this is, I love this yarn in the colorway green. And so I want to use this yarn because I have used this yarn in the color red before, and I just thought it was absolutely amazing the way it worked out. Now, I am going to take a look at some more sport weight yarn as well. I'm going to check the Wool Warehouse website to see if I can find some sport weight yarn in wool. You know, for colder months and things like that, I do prefer using wool. However, in terms of sport weight yarn, this is the best yarn that I found so far. It is 100% acrylic. Now, if you know of a really good sport weight yarn that's wool, definitely let me know. So I'm really excited about finding some more sport weight yarn. And so you all certainly please help me out. All right, so up next we have the Sweater Wrap Scarf by Carrie M. Chambers. Now this is a free pattern, and it uses Aran weight yarn, which is so much fun. And it's like that perfect balance between worsted weight yarn and bulky weight yarn. And yes, it's a wonderful yarn weight to use. So the sizes for this, it's a scarf, so it doesn't have like a bust circumference, but it wraps around you really nicely. And so it is available in 3 sizes that are kind of bundled together. So you have a small, medium size, then you have a large worsted weight. I can't talk. Then you have a large XL size. That's your second size. And then you have a 2XL, 3XL, and that's your third size. So the links for this, and I do believe that is from arm to arm, cuff to cuff. You either have 86 inches, 92 inches, or 98 inches. So I'm still working out what size I want to make because I don't have very long arms, but I do have a large chest size. So I'm not quite sure if I want to go with the 92 inch or the 98 inch. So if you have ever made this, or you've made something like it, let me know what size you made, because That'll be really, really helpful for me. But I think it'll be wonderful. And I love that it's so versatile in the styling. You can wear it like a scarf, but really, I mean, if you make the right size, I feel like it could look like a little bolero sweater or like a little shrug or something like that. I think it's just really nice. So, yeah, that's going to be a really fun one to make. And so, the yarn that I want to use for this is Knit Picks Mighty Stitch in the colorway Eggplant. It is a beautiful, beautiful colorway. And I've never used Mighty Stitch before. So if you all have ever used Knit Picks Mighty Stitch yarn, let me know. Let me know what you think of it. But yeah, I really want to use that yarn. And that yarn is 80% acrylic and 20% superwash wool. So it does have that wool in there. So that's really nice for keeping me warm and toasty this upcoming fall. And so I really want to use that. And yeah, I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be really nice to wear. And I've seen knitted versions of this sweater wrap, but not crochet. So yeah, I think it'll be really fun to wear, and it'll just be something really nice to pop over. You could pop it over a tank top or a sleeveless dress, kind of like this one is sleeveless, and I just kind of pop this cardigan over, you know. And so yeah, I think it'll be really fun to wear. All right, y'all. Up next, we have the Boho Cardigan, and this is by Whistle and Wool. Now, this is a paid pattern, and it uses Aran weight yarn. And so the sizes for this pattern is between an extra small and a 4XL. And so I went ahead and I bought this pattern already because I definitely want to get started on it. The only thing is I didn't see like the actual bust circumference numbers. And so I might have to message the designer to ask her, like, you know, okay, if it's a 2XL, what's the bust circumference? Is, you know, like if I have a 44-inch bust, should I make the 1X, the 2X? You know, let me know which size I should make. So I am going to read the pattern again. I have printed the pattern out, and so I'm going to read the pattern again because maybe it was just an oversight on my part, but if not, I will definitely reach out to the designer to find out what is the best size for me. Also, I didn't see in the pattern where it had like you know, positive ease or negative ease. And so those things are really important to know. And I really appreciate it when designers put those in the pattern. And so I'm going to have to reach out and, you know, find out what's going on there. Yeah. Okay, so what I love so much about this cardigan is those huge sleeves. You all know I love big sleeves. I have made plenty of crochet garments using really, really big sleeves. I just think that they are so flattering, and that lace detail, just beautiful. I think crochet lace is so pretty and just so wonderful and flattering. And yes, I'm making this for the fall, but it is made using Aran weight yarn. And the yarn that I'm going to use for this is Cascade Cantata, and this is the turquoise colorway, and this yarn is 70% cotton and 30% merino wool. Now it is a superwash, so it is 30% superwash merino wool, and it is a wonderful yarn. I think it's going to be fantastic, and it's really going to make this garment something that I can wear all year round. So, you know, I can wear it in the spring or the winter. And, you know, here in North Carolina, like, our winters, sometimes they're really cold and sometimes there's not. Like, sometimes we get snow, and then we'll go like several winters before we have snow again. And sometimes our winters are warm, like in December, it can be warm, and then it might not get cold until February. And North Carolina has, it has interesting weather. And so because of the weather here, I feel very confident in making something with cotton yarn because I'm not too concerned about being too cold. And so that's why I think that this yarn is going to be fantastic. It's so squishy too. It is really squishy. It's like a chainette yarn, like a yeah, chainette, but it's like the blown yarn. You can tell where the yarn has been blown in at, and so that's really, really neat. I had actually started another crochet project with this yarn, and I frogged it. And it wasn't the yarn's fault, but like the pattern sizing, it just was not working for me at all. It was supposed to have been like a boat neck design, and it ended up being like a off the shoulder. I don't know. Maybe I'm a loose crocheter. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? It may be just me. So yeah, I'm excited to use this again and see how it turns out. But I think it is going to turn out very, very well. Okay, so I said we were going to talk about some new yarn. All right, let's do it. I have gotten some new yarn. Some I've purchased and some I won in a giveaway, which is fun. So the first yarn that I'm going to talk about is yarn that I won in a giveaway, and I won it by Bree of Knits and Crochet Nevada. She has a YouTube channel. It is a wonderful channel, and the yarn that I won was yarn that she had left over from a crochet blanket that she had made. And if you all go check out her channel, like this crochet blanket that she made is huge. I think she made it for a family member of hers, and yeah, it is huge. And this yarn is just so soft and so squishy, and yes, I cannot wait to use this yarn. I'm not sure what I'm gonna make with it yet, but I'm thinking it's gonna be a cardigan. I do have some ideas, that's for sure, but I think I'm going to be going with a cardigan. But anyway, this is yarn that she had left over from her crochet blanket, and she decided to share with her subscribers, and I won. Yay, I was so excited when I won, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping you all up to date on what I decide to do with that yarn. I'm not sure if I'm going to knit something or if I'm going to crochet something, but either way, I have a lot of it, and so it'll probably end up being a cardigan. Yeah. I went on a little mini vacation with the yarn husband. We had a wonderful time. We went to the beach, and this was a few months ago. And while we were there, of course, I had to stop at the yarn shop. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I go on a vacation, the first thing I do is look for the local yarn shops. Like, that is a top priority for me. I don't know about y'all. Let me know, but before you go on a vacation, do you go and you look up like all the local yarn shops and kind of see, you know, and work that into your vacation plans? Definitely let me know. But anyway, I went to a lovely yarn shop called Knit Nook. The folks there were so kind. I think I caught them in the middle of like a little, you know, knit and lunch, or, you know, they were all gathered around the table and working on their individual projects, and they may have been preparing for a class, but it was so lovely. The owners were so nice. And while I was there, I picked up some yarn, and I picked up some little notions, and I got this beautiful hat set that I cannot wait to make. And all of the yarn is non-superwash, so that'll be fun. I really enjoy using both superwash and non-superwash yarn, superwash wool. And so I can't wait to use it. It feels... It doesn't feel coarse, but it's not super, super soft either. But I think it'll be really, really pleasant. Of course, I did hold it up to my skin just to make sure, but I think it is going to be absolutely fantastic. So if you're ever down in Atlantic Beach, definitely check out the Knit Nook. next we have some yarn that I bought from a D-stash. Now, have you all ever bought yarn from a D-stash? This one I actually found on YouTube. So the Copy Doll twins and sisters, who are More Copy Callie, Mr. Baldwin, and Handmade with K. They collectively had a yarn D-stash, and of course I jumped on it because they had a lot of good stuff in there, okay? I'm not sure if they have any more left in there now, but look, when they have a D-stash, it's a good D-stash. It's like a really good D-stash. And so, of course, I jumped on the opportunity and I scooped up some. I'm so excited to work with this yarn. I'm definitely going to be sharing my project plans with you all. I got a lot of yarn, but I'm trying to decide, do I want to make something with the current yarn that I got from that D-stash? Or do I want to go on Wool Warehouse and buy some more yarn to put with it? Because, like, some of the yarn I may have gotten maybe like 7 balls of it, which would be enough for me to make a top. But if I want to make like a cardigan, I would need 5 more balls. And so I'm thinking of going on Wool Warehouse and just buying 5 more balls of that color. Or I may just keep what I have and then find something to make using just like the 7 skeins that I got of that color. So I'm trying to figure that out. I definitely have the yarn in my shopping cart. So we'll see what I do with that yarn. And of course, I will definitely be sharing with you all the things that I make, whether they are knitting or crochet or whatever I decide to do with them. So let me know in the comments below if you have ever crocheted any of the projects that I talked about today, or if you want to crochet some of them. Yeah, I only have 3 right now, but I will be making a winter edition of this video. So I'm going to be talking about crochet projects that I want to crochet in the winter, you know, around late December, January type of month. So I definitely will be making another video about that. I also have a knitted version of my fall plans as well, and you all can definitely check that out. And so, yeah, let me know if you all want to make any of these. I would love to know. And if you have, definitely send me some tips. That would be really, really awesome. So, check out my YouTube community tab. I ask a lot of fun questions over there, and I absolutely love y'all's responses. And if you want to further support my channel, I will leave my Ko-Fi link below. And to continue watching, you can simply click on one of the end screens at the end of the video for more videos. So until next time, bye.